We've got students coming in from 4-H and FFA during this very important week leading into, I say, the county show. It's the Hopkins County Junior Market Livestock Show and the Sale of Champions. So this young lady we have with us is who?
I'm Aspen.
Aspen Mayhew, is that right? And you go to what school?
I go to Douglas Intermediate School.
Okay, and you are 11 years old.
Yes.
Do you have a livestock project?
Yes, I have. I'm going to show chickens and a heifer.
Okay, we're going to talk more about those projects. With us also is Mario Villarino, our extension agent. Thanks
Welcome.
for coming. Do you know this girl?
I have known her for a little while, yes. She's one of our 4-H members in several projects in our Hopkins County 4-H.
Okay. So already 2 different kinds of livestock projects at age 11. Who do you have that helps you do these things?
My parents help me in YouTube. We look a lot of stuff up, and a lot of the other people at different shows, especially with my heifer, we had to get a lot of help with that. So now we're kind of in the zone of cattle showing.
Okay. And is this your first experience with a heifer?
Yes.
Or a member of the cattle family?
Yeah.
Does she have a name?
Yes, she's Azalea, like the flower, and she's my little baby. I love her.
Okay. Okay. So you get attached to your, do you get attached to the chickens too?
No.
No? Okay. How many are in a pen?
Well, with the chickens, you start off with 25, but at the end you only show 3.
Okay. Do you still have all 25?
Yeah, after you cull out a few, we take them and we fatten them up so we can eat them, and the rest of them we take and then we start culling till we get down to 3.
Okay. Do you live on a farm?
Yeah.
Okay. How fun. Well, Mario, you were telling me she is in a special veterinary science class. Mario, tell us something about that.
Well, you know, the 4-H experience includes also some very particular, in this particular case, is in veterinary science. When we identify our members with either a quality or a interest in medicine. This particular one, Aspen, has been already 2 years in the program. They have to actually go through a class and eventually volunteer in a clinic. So it is a very oriented with a particular task and expectations. So our students meet every month for about an hour for a topic that is related to animal care, and eventually they will lead into a volunteering position later on in life. With that in mind, we hope that Aspen can finish some of her classwork, on time. So by the time she's old enough, she can start practicing some of those skills in a clinic. And the idea is actually to provide them the tools to eventually get a job, and it's very specific. Part of her education is including the livestock, but it's something that she can do on her own, with the poultry and the cattle. And eventually she can develop that skill as a complementary. But early on, she indicated that she would like to be in the medical field. So it's one of those opportunities that we have for our kids. But it's very specific, it's very selective. They have to have some strong foundations in medicine, understand the role of human health and the bond with animals.
Well, how many students do you have in this class?
We have 15 selected students.
Wow.
Yeah, we meet, it's pretty strong. I mean, we have very bright kids in the program. Most of them have medical background, or they have parents on the field, in the medical field. Aspen's mom is on the medical field, so I think it takes some of that understanding and some of that, cold blood to do things that they're involved in medicine. It's one of those things that I think complements very well with her livestock program, because he can be objective with the poultry and and the emotional bond that you create, and then you have to disengage that from. You have to.
Although she does like to name her cat.
She loves to actually call her name, and she gets upset with me if I don't call her project by the name.
So the veterinary science class is a 4-H project?
Yes, it is. Okay. And we work also with the schools. 4-H and FFA, we're pretty tied to our activities and how we do. Most of the kids that actually join the vet science, they're actually older kids. They already, past the middle school, and they're pretty mature. But in the case of her, because she pointed out early in life, we want to nurture that skill and find out if that's what she really like to do later on. So hopefully we have kids that have a step ahead,
Sure.
Very early.
Well, Aspen, what do you want to do, you think, when you're grown up?
I most likely would be a vet for either exotic or large animals, or I might do wildlife biology.
Okay. So you kind of see as you go along. Okay. You're not even approaching high school yet, so you have plenty of time to decide. Tell me now, let's go back to the livestock projects that you have. Are chickens in any way dangerous? I know a heifer might be a little strong.
Whenever
for
she's
you.
upset.
Okay.
Well, chickens, they're more gross than anything. And the most danger you'll face is you gotta make sure they don't poop on you.
Well, they're keeping a lot of them, so it is. They have to learn a lot of what it means to be nurturing an animal and developing the right type. So it's a learning curve.
And you mentioned the ones that you culled, then you would maybe use them for your own food at your home. So do you have any problem with that?
No.
Okay.
I don't get connected to those kinds of animals because since I don't have them for very long, I can't really connect to them. And since there's so many, I can't pick out a single one that's my favorite.
Okay. What is some of the fun that you have when you go to the county show? I know there's a lot of preparation.
Well, probably the most fun thing is meeting other people and hanging out with my animals. And because whenever I show chickens, since I have 3, I can't show them all at one time. I have my friends there with me and we talk. And then this year, I bet whenever I'm showing my cow, my other friends are also showing other animals. So we'll probably talk and help each other. So it'll probably be really fun.
Do you have to groom your heifer to look her best?
Yes, we have to bathe her as soon as we get to the show, give her conditioning to make her look shiny. You have to blow dry her. You have to put on clean sheen, which makes her look clean, show sheen that makes her look shiny. And then you have to dry that in. It depends on what it is. And then big shows and probably in this one, you can put adhesive, which makes the hair stiff and in place after you comb them in certain directions.
See, well, I have learned a lot out of that. About how many 4-Hers do you have that will be showing livestock?
We have 48 kids in different projects at different levels. Yeah, it is. It's a significant number of our kids doing livestock projects. Our overall enrollment is 150, 200, depending on the year, but significant number is in livestock projects.
Well, let me jump back over to Aspen. Other things that you like to do besides showing livestock?
I love theater. That's one of my biggest other things that I do. And I also enjoy a lot of social activities, that kind of stuff.
Okay. So, things like after-school stuff or even
yes.
4-H?
4-H is involved in after school. I do UIL. I do a lot of other things. Recently I've had a science fair that I did. So involving other after school things, I do quite a bit.
Do you have any siblings?
I do. I have one brother who actually hates dirt, and he doesn't like going outdoors. He's very kept to himself. So he's like the exact opposite of me.
Well, I'm going to look forward to seeing you at the county show, Hopkins County Junior Market Livestock Show, February 22nd is when they show the chickens?
No, Friday. It's going to be the 23rd.
The 23rd, and then the Sale of Champions on the 24th.
That is correct.
Hope I see you in it.
You will, and actually we'd like to invite everybody to come over and join us. It's a big project, very activities for a lot of people around the county, and looking forward for your support and coming over to see the kiddos, displaying their best on their livestock projects.
And what is so amazing about Hopkins County, besides the kids we have here, is this Northeast Texas Livestock Association.
That is
and
correct.
what it does for scholarship money.
And it is one of those big plus for the communities. I think it's a very nice way for us to interact also. The ag teachers and the volunteers, there's a lot of people involved on that. So kudos for them to keep it together. Like any groups, and everybody probably knows about this, we have to work together, and it's one of those deals that you can actually display and showcase for the community. This year we're actually going to have an add-on, a new project set with welding projects. It's one of those things that is all over, major shows, and we will have a display for the welding ag type of projects this year, and that will be a lot of fun for the other kids that, that are a little different than livestock projects. Okay. They will have display their projects and show it to everybody.
Agriculture is alive and well in Hopkins County.
Yes, we should keep it.
Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.